Have you ever wondered why the Fable video game series is underrated? A question that has intrigued gamers for years. The Fable series, a brainchild of Lionhead Studios, is a unique blend of role-playing elements within a dynamic world that evolves based on your choices. The series made its debut in the early 2000s and has since released several installments, each improving upon the last, providing a rich and immersive gaming experience. The series is set in the mystical land of Albion, a place where every choice has a consequence, and every action shapes your destiny. The Fable series has redefined the role-playing genre by introducing a dynamic world that molds itself around player choices. So it's surprising that it remains underrated, but as with every hidden gem, there's more than meets the eye. So let's dive deeper into each game to understand why this series is such a hidden gem. The first game in the series, Fable 1, was released in 2004 and set the stage for what was to come. This pioneer of the Fable series was nothing short of a revolution in the realm of role-playing games. It introduced a vibrant, immersive world, teeming with life and brimming with stories waiting to unfold. From the rustic charm of Bowerstone to the eerie beauty of Darkwood, the game offered players a rich tapestry of locales to explore. The game was also notable for its unique character customization options. Players had the freedom to shape their character's appearance, skills, and even moral alignment. Your decisions, whether to be a paragon of virtue or a harbinger of chaos, would not only influence your character's physical appearance, but also change the world's perception of you. In addition to its character customization, Fable 1 introduced an innovative system of moral choices. Every action, every choice you made, had consequences that rippled through the game's world. This was a bold departure from the linear storytelling of most RPGs at the time. Your choices could lead to very different outcomes, creating a narrative that was as unique as the players themselves. Fable I received positive reviews for these groundbreaking features, but it wasn't without its critics. Many felt that the game didn't quite deliver on its ambitious promises. Despite its innovative elements, some players found the game's world to be somewhat shallow, its storyline a bit simplistic, and its moral choices sometimes lacking in depth. Yet, these criticisms didn't diminish the game's impact. Fable I was a brave experiment in interactive storytelling and player agency. It challenged the norms of the RPG genre and left an indelible mark on the gaming landscape. Despite its shortcomings, Fable 1 laid a solid foundation for the series and introduced a unique approach to role-playing games. It was the beginning of a legacy that may not have always reached the heights it aimed for, but one that always dared to push the boundaries and strive for something unique and memorable. Following the success of the first game, Fable 2 was released in 2008 and took a step forward in the series. From the get-go, it was clear that this wasn't just another sequel, but an evolution of the Fable universe. Fable 2 was a marvel in its own right, showcasing a plethora of improvements and additions. The graphics were significantly enhanced, with stunning, detailed environments that breathed life into the world of Albion. The characters were more vibrant, and the overall visual experience was a feast for the eyes. But it didn't stop at the surface. The developers delved deeper into the narrative with a more intricate storyline that kept players hooked from start to finish. They crafted a tale that was both emotionally engaging and thought-provoking, weaving together a rich tapestry of characters, events, and lore. Then there was the introduction of a companion system, a novel feature that added a new layer of depth to the gameplay. The bond between the player and their canine companion was not just a gimmick, but a core part of the game that significantly impacted the overall experience. This bond was heartfelt and genuine, and it gave players a sense of companionship in their journey. Despite these notable improvements, Fable 2 was released in a year packed with heavy-hitting titles. It had to compete with the likes of Grand Theft Auto 4, Fallout 3, and Call of Duty, World at War, to name a few. While Fable 2 did enjoy commercial success, it was somewhat overshadowed by these major releases. Yet, even amidst the stiff competition, Fable 2 carved out its own niche. It was a testament to the developers' vision and their commitment to delivering a unique, immersive experience. The game took risks, pushed boundaries, and made its mark in the gaming landscape. Fable 2 improved upon its predecessor and showed the potential of the series, but it still remained under the radar for many gamers. It was a gem waiting to be discovered, a diamond in the rough, and for those who did unearth it, an unforgettable journey through the world of Albion. Let's keep delving deeper into the world of Fable in our next scene. In 2010, Fable the Third was released, and it was a bit of a missed opportunity for the series. This was an ambitious attempt by the developers to bring something fresh to the table. They dared to innovate, introducing a political system that let players rule a kingdom, making decisions that would shape the world around them. It was a bold move, a departure from the traditional RPG mechanics, and for that, they deserved applause. But for every step forward, there were missteps as well. The gameplay was simplified. The combat, once a delicate dance of swordplay, magic, and ranged attacks, was reduced to a button-mashing exercise. The depth that once defined the series seemed to be lost. The world felt less immersive, the choices less impactful. It was as if the game was more interested in casting you as a ruler than letting you live in the world as an adventurer. The reception to Fable 3 was mixed. Some praised its ambition, its willingness to experiment. Others lamented the loss of complexity, the shift in focus from individual adventure to kingdom management. The game was not a failure, but it certainly wasn't the success that its predecessors were. This had an undeniable impact on the series' reputation. It left a mark, a lingering sense of what could have been. The Fable series had always been about choice, about shaping a world with your actions. Fable 3 tried to take that concept to a new level, but in doing so, it seemed to lose sight of what made the series special. Was Fable 3 a bad game? Not by any means. It had its moments, it had its charm, but it was a missed opportunity. It had the potential to be so much more, to build on the success of Fable 2, to take the series to new heights. Fable 3 had its moments, but it didn't quite live up to the expectations set by the previous games. It was a game that dared to dream, to innovate, but in the end, it was a dream unfulfilled, an innovation that fell short. Despite its ups and downs, the Fable series has left an underrated legacy in the gaming world. This series, bursting with character and charm, has etched a unique place in the hearts of many gamers, often overlooked in the grand scheme of things. What made Fable stand out was its innovative approach to player choices. It wasn't just about good or evil, it was about the nuances of morality and how our decisions have ripple effects. This was a game where you could forge your own path, shape your own destiny. Its player-driven narrative was a breath of fresh air, giving us control over our character's fate in a way that was revolutionary at the time. And let's not forget character customization. Fable was among the pioneers that championed the idea of a truly personalized gaming experience. From your character's appearance, to the weapons they wielded, to the skills they acquired, everything could be tailored to your liking. It was this level of customization that allowed us to fully immerse ourselves in the world of Albion. Speaking of Albion, the dynamic world of Fable was another of its unique features. It was a living, breathing world that evolved with your character. The passage of time, the changing seasons, and the consequences of your actions made Albion feel real and tangible. Fable's influence can be seen in many games that followed. Its emphasis on player choices, character customization, and a dynamic world have become standard features in many role-playing games today. And even though the series has had its fair share of misses, the potential for future installments is undeniable. A return to Albion with the advancements in gaming technology we have today could be something truly spectacular. So next time you're looking for a unique role-playing experience, don't overlook the Fable series. It may not be perfect, but it's definitely worth a play.